Thank you for your support and for watching avivTarot. This is a general pick a card reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Not everything will apply. My readings are meant to be constructive and not destructive. I give readings to empower you. I will be honest in what I see and will not give you false hopes or empty promises in order to keep you happy. I will be compassionate and sensitive to your feelings and will not judge or condemn. Energies are ever changing. You are still the master of your own destiny. Hi everyone, thank you for watching avivTarot, and today we are going to do another pick a card reading. And today's reading we are going to, the topic is, will justice be served? Will you get your justice? Will the person that hurt you get their punishment? And this is pretty open, so it's not just, for relationship or whatever. It kind of applies to any situation that you feel like you've been wronged. And will it be corrected, right? Will justice be served? Will you get your justice? All right, so let's take a look at, we have 3 different piles. We have 1, 2, 3. I have done a similar reading too, actually, previously. And so, you can also watch those if none of these piles resonated. But today we are going to do a little bit different. Instead of using the Justice card to pick, I use the Judgment card instead. It's not just about justice, but it's about like the judgment from like up above, right? From the universe, from, if you have certain religion, your God, and all of that, right? So not just justice being served, but also judgment. And we'll also choose cards for advice as well. And because judgment, I do feel like it's a very good card because it's also about rebirth, being reborn, right? And so we'll take a look at that as well. So now we have 3 different piles, 1, 2, and 3. Pick the pile that you feel mostly resonated to. If you need more time, you can pause the video. Timestamps are going to be in the description box below and also in the message box as well. So we will start with pile number 1. All right, so for pile number 1, this is your Judgment card. Let's take a look at what is this person going through right now? This person who wronged you, what kind of things this person is going through right now? What is his or her current situation? What are they experiencing right now? The people who wronged pile number 1, people, what are they going through right now? What is their current situation? What is their status? So we have, look at this, 10 of Swords. So 10 of Swords, as we know, it is about the end of a cycle, but it's also about being backstabbed. So this person is going through a pretty tough cycle right now. I mean, they're coming towards the end of their cycle as well, but as we know, 10 of Swords is probably the worst cycle that you could go through, because it's having like 10, it's like overkill, right? Overkill. You're being killed with just 1 sword, but there's like 10 swords stabbed in your back. So whenever I get the 10 of Swords, it's also about being backstabbed. So right now what he's going through, or she's going through, is that I do think people are kind of realizing their true color. They are turning their back against him or her, and or we can, with this card, it could also represent that this person is still a backstabber. This person has not learned their lessons yet, and so they're still being a backstabber. A lot of people are being mistreated by this person, but it could also be vice versa. This person, all the people that he used or she used to betray, they are turning their back against him or her, and so
he is whatever he's done to other people, he's getting it right to back as well. This is what I feel, kind of. But this is the current situation they're feeling, right? So they either feel like they've been backstabbed, or they're still being like a backstabber at the moment. So this is their current situation, right? All right, so let's take a look at what kind of punishment, the worst punishment they'll get. So we have the Three of Wands coming up. So the Three of Wands, it is about, waiting. It's about, waiting for your ships to come in, that kind of things, right? So I feel like this person is waiting for help, waiting for people to come and help him with stuff, or her, right? Help him or her with things, and they feel quite passionate about certain things. This is kind of weird, like this is the punishment, but maybe it's because like a lot of people came to their help, or his or her help before, and he stabbed or she kind of backstabbed them. And so with this card, like the Three of Wands showing up, it's just like now is his time or her time to wait for things. Things cannot come as easily now. Things, especially right now, he's going through, or she's going through, this really tough cycle of like being backstabbed. So I do feel like this is like waiting for a new start. So the punishment is like kind of like this person has to go through like a complete new beginning type of thing, waiting for things to start over again, waiting things to get better. So this is a lot of like waiting. I know it's not like a horrible punishment, right? But I guess to this person, it could be like a really harsh punishment, just because the kind of person that they are, maybe they're really impatient. They like to see things right away. They like, quick success type of things. They like to skip a lot of different, steps in the middle, and so that they could reach their end goal really quickly. And with this card coming up, I feel like whatever they're hoping to receive or hoping to get, it will take a lot of time for them. They can no longer have like those quick type of success, or using other people as stepping stone to reach to where they want it to be. So they have to go through the same kind of process as everybody else, because no one wants to come and help this person anymore. Like this, right there, that's what is going on. This person is currently experiencing this like ending of a cycle, right? This new ending, and then having everybody kind of going against this person, him or her, and so the worst punishment for them is actually waiting endlessly for a result. Let's clarify this with another card just to see with the Three of Wands. Oh my God, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. This is the Three of Swords. We have the Strength, right? We have both of these cards coming up. This is both the Three energy. The Three is also about like, being protected and all that stuff, but Three is about working together. No one wants to work with this person anymore. Nobody wants to work together with them. And even I feel like their guardian angel or something has to work twice or 3 times as hard for them to get to where they need to be, right? Because they've been just kind of not putting forth really good energy. So Strength card is about patience, which is about this Three of Wands type of energy. There's a lot of time that they need to spend to be patient. They need to learn to be patient. They need to learn that they can no longer get what they want super easily. Just because they probably, use people, take advantage of people, broke a lot of people's heart. Now it's their turn to experience it on their end, right? With the Three of Swords. A lot of people might promise them something and then they won't be able to deliver. a lot of broken promises, and they would keep waiting for people to fulfill their promises, but it's not going to happen, right? So that's what their greatest punishment is going to be, is that people will not be able to fulfill promises that they gave this person that hurt you, right, or wronged you, and they just have to have like this infinite amount of time that they have to wait for things to happen, and it never come, or it never comes. All right, I think that's a pretty harsh, you know, they can't really reach, like the things that they want, they can no longer get so easily, right? They have to work super hard for it, and with no help too. Have to do it alone. All right, so lastly, this is your advice, okay, for pile number 1. Hopefully after all of these, you will get to your, you know, you will be able to reborn, get out of this crazy energy that you, you know, you don't want to associate with this person anymore. So hopefully you're not in contact with this person, or not being tortured by this person anymore. And so let's give you a little bit of advice. Ooh, 7 of, this card kind of came out like this, okay, on the horizon. I will probably take it out as like in reverse. So 7 of Pentacles, usually it's also about, you know, patience, or kind of, it's about reap what you sow as well, right? But you have to wait for it. You don't see the rewards right away. With this card coming up in reverse, I do feel like you no longer have to wait. You are getting what you wanted. You have been able to, it's kind of like, I feel like with this card coming up here, the advice for you is like, I think you're going to be able to get out of this really quickly, quite soon now, just because with this card showing up, I don't think you have to wait for this person who wronged you to see the justice. Like you no longer have to wait that long. I think your justice is probably going to be served quite soon if it hasn't happened already. We're going to actually draw a time card to see when this is going to happen, right? This person's punishment, right? Or their karmic debt, when are they going to fulfill that debt to you? So I feel like with this card coming in reverse, even though this is the advice card for you, it's more like you no longer have to wait. You don't have to be patient. You should go ahead and just follow your heart, do whatever that you wanted. You're going to receive your rewards quite soon. Let's just get a clarification for this. Why is it coming up in reverse? Because that's what I really feel like, because there's a lot of you know, interpretations when things coming up in reverse. I just want to get a little bit of a clarification for that card. But I feel like you're going to get your rewards quite soon, having this card coming up. Yep, King of Cups. See, I feel like you're going to feel your justice being served, so that you will return to your emotions, and everything will return to normal. I think you're also being quite mature. Maybe these kind of things happened quite a while ago, and so you've probably stepped out of it already. You've coming out of it, and it doesn't really like affect you as much. Okay. And I feel like you're quite strong emotionally, really high EQ, right? Emotional quotient, meaning like you're quite stable emotionally. You don't really let your emotion cloud your judgment, you know. And so like you just feel like whatever this person deserves, they need to get whatever it is. Nothing more, nothing less, right? So this is what I feel with this card. So that's your advice. If you haven't reached to this state yet, then that would be the advice for you, that you wanted to become more emotionally stable. Don't let this person affect you as much, right? You should focus on the things that makes you happy, and you will be rewarded. Like, you don't have to, no longer have to wait a lot and put in a lot of effort in order to receive just a little bit of a reward. This is like you have to put in a lot of effort in order to receive something. Having this reverse, I do feel like you probably don't have to do that as you don't have to work as hard, because you've already paid all of your debt before, or that you've done, you know, all that stuff that happened, all the horrible things that happened before. It's kind of like clearing your energy, clearing all of the debts, right? And now you are going to, all you have to do is wait for your reward to come in. So let's take a look at when you will see justice be served. You know, this person, when will you see this thing happen to this person, right? So that since it's a general reading, we'll draw 3 different cards. Okay, next month. This is what I'm telling you. You know, it's gonna come quite quickly. With this coming in reverse, I really do feel it's that message. Next month. So next month is going to, you might actually see this coming in, because like what we're talking about, this is their current status. They are coming out of this end of a cycle, but come and everything, they probably have to start anew, you know, things not working out the way they wanted it to be. This summer, summer is coming up soon. Since it's summer, I don't, you know, this card never specify whether it's next summer or like many summers out, or like maybe it could be last summer, right? Or previous summers. So I feel with this card, for some of you guys, it could have happened already, right? With this Seven of Pentacles coming up like that. So for some of you guys, you think this person probably might have already received some of their judgment or justice, right? It might have happened already. Some of you, the other of you, it might be, you know, coming up this summer, coming up, depending on when you find this video also. So it could be a few summers out as well. Okay, so it depends on your situation. Now let's take a look at the third timeline. Right time. I'm telling you, this is the right time. Having this card showing up, sometimes it's like, it means like right now. It's going to happen at the right time. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Like, kind of like what this is telling you, like, you no longer have to wait. This justice is going to come pretty soon if it hasn't already. So I hope this kind of give you a little bit of solace, and you feel better, right, about what you've been going through, because I do know, like, it's just such a horrible thing, being mistreated and having people betraying you when you put all of your heart into someone, or you believe someone so much and invested a lot of like love and energy and all these things into somebody, right? And so, because it could be like, you know, bullying at school, at work, or it could just be crazy stuff. Some of the stories that people are sharing with me on my board, I'm just like, it blows my mind that people can be so cruel. So I really do hope your justice will be served, and you can see that very soon. And this is the reading for pile number 1. And if you have anything that you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel and my video, and turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. And thank you so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye. For pile number 2, this is your judgment. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so let's take a look at what this person is going through right now. What is this person going through right now? What is their current status? So whoever that mistreated, betrayed, bullied, whatever it is, pile number 2. Okay, what is this person going through right now? What is their current status? What are they going through right at the moment? Ooh, 6 of Cups. That's interesting. This person is reminiscing. Okay, with this card showing up, I think this person is reminiscing, like good old times when things are going well. So this person is what they're currently experiencing right now is just like they are living in the past. They cannot get out of it. They probably are still, you know, talking about like the good old times when things were blah blah blah, right? So they still feel like they are all powerful and all of that, but it really is something from the past, right? When they were, you know, powerful and all of that. With this card showing up, I really do feel like doesn't matter what their status is. For example, they could be like a boss of a company, like when they were powerful, when they were you know, being lots of people listening to them and they can just boss people around. It could be like in relationship as well, right? Because it could be this person used to be super good looking, and they could just get any girls or any guys that they can or they want. So they're just kind of like living in this dream, living in the past, and they cannot get out of it, which like they're just thinking like when they used to be like so powerful, so good looking, so cute, so beautiful, whatever, and not realizing the reality of right now, right? They don't realize what they are going through right now. They're kind of like not living in reality. Okay, they're kind of losing touch of reality. They keep living in the past, thinking they're still powerful, thinking they're still good looking, thinking they're still the same person that they used to be, but they are not. Okay, with this card coming up, this is what they're going through right now. Kind of like in denial. Okay, they're kind of in denial, or just keep reminiscing of like the good old times type of things. So losing touch with reality. So now let's take a look at what is the biggest punishment, the most cruel punishment for them. Okay, what is going to be the punishment? What is the judgment for this person that hurt pile number 2 or mistreated, bullied, whatever it was? So what is the worst punishment they could receive? The worst punishment for them. What is the worst punishment for pile number 2's person? Okay. This is the Queen of Wands. The worst punishment for them is that so I feel like with this card showing up, it's all about like being really passionate, also like quite nurturing as well, but not as nurturing as the Queen of Pentacles, of course. But Queen of Wands is very passionate, right? It's also a very beautiful energy as well. I mean, of course, all of the queens, they are very beautiful, but this is like it's a very fiery energy. So the biggest punishment for them is, with this card showing up, the first thought or message that came through is actually like, whatever they're super passionate about, they cannot get. Like not letting them receive the things that they are super passionate about. So like what this card we have, you know, the 6 of Cups. They're still living in the past. They're living in denial. They don't realize that they are not as who they used to be. And so with this card showing up here is kind of resonating with this previous card, which is they want to get all these things. They might be quite ambitious as well, but they aren't able to receive a lot of the things. They feel like they're really, I feel like they're in denial. They are not accepting their current status with the Queen of Wands showing up here. That they are not who they used to be. Like they still believe they're high up in the throne. People are still like, you know, bowing for beneath them and stuff like that and serving them. But in reality, it's not that case. And I feel with the Queen of Wands, sometimes it's also the negative side of Queen of Wands is they get very envious and jealous as well. So they are quite envious and jealous of other people's accomplishments. So that's like the worst punishment for this person, is that they have a lot of things that they wish that they could achieve or they want to achieve, but they're having a really hard time doing it. And then they see other people that can achieve that goal quite easily, and they feel really envious and jealous of that person being able to get what they want so easily when they have to work so hard for it. Let's just get a little bit of a clarification for this card. Okay, the Queen of Wands. The additional messages about this Queen of Wands. What is this person worst punishment is? Let's see, what is the worst punishment for this person? Let's get a little bit of clarification. Yeah, see, the Star card, not being able to fulfill their dreams, like what I was saying. They have all these things that they want to fulfill, they want to achieve, but it's just, you know, the Star card, sometimes it's about dreams come true. But if you think about it, sometimes the stars are all so high up, and to some people it could be like difficult to achieve. It's just too high of a goal. And so like what we're talking about, they have a lot of things that to other people it's so easily attainable, but they're having a really difficult time achieving what they wanted to achieve. Even though they're full of passion and energy, or like they're using up all of their energy and passion to pursue something, and they cannot get it. They cannot get what they want. And it's really frustrating. Like I could feel the frustration, like, oh my God, why? And then over here, the distance, like every time they get really close to this thing that like they feel like they almost attained it, they're like just like one step close to this thing moves a little bit further away, and then they're trying to like pursue it, and this thing just moves away a little bit more. So it's just like, you know, kind of like that carrot hanging in front of the donkey type of thing. Like you could see this, but you can never get it. So it's kind of like that. They have this hanging carrot in front of them, but they can never ever get it. Is what I get with these two cards coming up here. Like they have this end goal that they want to receive or achieve, but they just having a really difficult time. It's like they could see it, but they can't get it. And that's a really harsh punishment. And also the Star is about healing as well, right? So they probably have a lot of healing that they have to do. Maybe they're getting mistreated, right? And now they have to kind of heal themselves. That's maybe coming out of like depressions or something like that they have to heal, meditate. And with this card, Star card, I feel like until they realize what they did wrong, because remember over here, their current situation is kind of like they're in denial. They don't think they've ever done anything wrong. So they don't think they did anything wrong. And so until they realize what mistakes they made and correct that, right? This is about healing. This is about correcting mistakes and stuff like that. So until they realize that, I don't think they will be able to ever achieve what they wanted to achieve. They'll always be like one step away, right, from getting what they wanted. So now let's take a look at what advice is for you, pile number 2. Sorry. What kind of advice we are giving to pile number 2. What advice the universe wants to give pile number 2 about this whole situation, so that you can be reborn, so that you're not chained up to this crazy energy anymore, and maybe get out of this person's control, right? So what is your advice? 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is about, taking the challenge. It's about standing up for your rights. So your advice, if you are still under this person's control, right? You're still being mistreated by this person. And I know, like, here is me just, talking about it, where you are experiencing it, which is a lot worse. Having this 7 of Wands is like, you have to stand up for what you believe you deserve. And I know sometimes it's really, really hard to stand up to someone that's mistreating you, because it's kind of scary. It's because you feel like this person has power over you, but they don't. With this 7 of Wands card is like, you got to stand up for yourself, and see how this is with this person standing up on his own, right? I'm saying he because the card is a he, but on your own, whoever's watching this video, is that you got to stand up. And because if you don't do it, nobody will do it for you. It's your life, and you have to do it. And like what I'm saying, like, there's me right here, and I'm just like, you go do it, but like, even if I want to help you, I can't, right? Each of us have our own challenges that we have to go through, and we have to fight for our own right. Nobody else can live your life for you. If you feel like you've been mistreated, you feel like this person is just an SOB or just a bitch, you gotta do something about it. You can't let this person run your life, okay? You got to stand up for yourself. And for those of you that did already, maybe you guys are completely reborn. You've already got away from this crazy person's grasp, but then congratulations. I feel like with this card showing up here is that you got to continue this energy, that you got to stand up for yourself. You got to be stronger. You got to fight for your right when it's necessary. So you could be patient. You can take things, and but you have a boundary, have a bottom line, that this person cannot cross this bottom line, or I'm gonna just beat the shit out of you, or you will regret crossing this line with me. So you gotta have like a bottom line for it. You gotta stand up for yourself, because if you don't stand up for yourself, nobody else can do that for you, right? And if you're running away is a solution, but I don't know if it's a long-term solution. I feel like it's more of a short-term solution. And this card showing up, 7 of Wands for pile 2 in particular, like, you got to stand up for yourself. All right, so let's take a look at when will you see this justice being served, okay? When will you see this justice being served? Okay, so since it's general reading, we're going to draw 3 different timeline because everyone's going to be a little bit different. The first one is over here, is timing is being pushed back. So yeah, so it's going to take a little bit longer than expected. It kind of makes sense because of the star showing up here, because it is a major arcana card. So it does, when I saw this, I was like, it's going to take a while. And again, we have the timing is being pushed back. But, that's just for some of you guys. Let's take a look at and see if we have other cards. We have the second one, spring. Okay, so others of you, it's going to be in spring. We are currently in spring. If you're watching this video as I upload them, we are in spring. So it might be happening in the next, couple months or so. But it could also be next spring, or, 2 springs out from now, or 3 springs out from now. It could be a couple of years out as well. Of course, for some of you, you can be like, oh, I know this person already got, justice has already been served. So it could be past spring, but I do feel like with the combination of all these cards, this is probably spring ahead, okay, for most of you. So now the third card with the timing, when will you see justice being served for pile number 2? Okay, full moon. This could happen. Oh my gosh, full moon could happen quite soon, because if you're watching this video as I upload them, it could be like in a week or so. There is a full moon coming up. But again, there's no like definite, I didn't say it's the next full moon or the next full moon or whatever. So it could happen a few full moon out. Okay. So it could happen like a few full moon out, but the quickest, if you're watching this video, it could happen just next week. All right, so this is what I have for pile number 2, and I hope this helped, you know, give you a little bit of consolation. You feel a little bit better about this, you know, and you will get your justice served quickly and all of that, right? And if you have anything that you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below. And I hope you could get out of this person's control quickly, soon, if you haven't already, and get your judgment soon. All right, so don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel under my video, and turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. All right, last group, pile number 3. This is your judgment card. So we're going to see what this person is currently going through right now. So this person that mistreated you, bullied you, did horrible things to you, what kind of things this person is going through right now as we speak, right now, right at this moment. What is this person going through right now? What are their current situation? What are they going through right now? Okay, we have, oh my goodness, the sun. Okay, I know, it's such a good card, right? So what is this person going through right now? I feel like they're probably still feeling quite optimistic. They feel like it's a Leo card, right? So the sun is like happy. So currently, right at this moment, they could feel, you know, everything is going fine, everything is going great, things are awesome. But it could also be that the sun card is about somebody being really shallow, right? It's just on the outside. They are super happy. They are, it looks like they're doing really, really well. This is what other people see them. They're putting on this facade that everything is going really, really well. Everything is going great for them. So this is what they're going through right now. So things seems to be really good, really great for this person on the outside. This is what most of the people are seeing right now, but we can't. First of all, this person could be hiding something deep down. Something might not be working. They're not showing their faulty stuff right now. They might be putting up a facade that everything is great. Okay, let's get a little bit more clarification. All right. Yep, look, we have the 6 of Wands, but it came out in reverse. I have to say all of the cards are upright, okay, for me. So if it came out in reverse, it has to be a certain message. So 6 of Wands. So definitely then with the sun sign, the sun card right here is that everything looks really good on the outside as a cover up for failures, for mistakes. Deep down inside, a lot of people are leaving this person, okay, are no longer friends with them, no longer working with them, no longer talking to them, no longer looking up to this person. But they are still, you know, on the outside, they're still showing like, oh my God, I'm doing so well. I am the top whatever producer if it's at work, right? I am the number one salesperson, or I have all these crazy things that I own. Like they are trying really, really hard to put on this facade that they're super successful. They're super well up above, up there. But deep down inside, everyone is leaving this person, the Six of Wands. This person is, a lot of the stuff are not going well, behind the scenes, right? A lot of things are not as well as it seems like it is. Okay, so this is what this person is going through currently. They are trying really hard to put on a facade that everything is really good, but deep down inside, a lot of the stuff are not going through. Maybe a lot of contracts are falling apart. A lot of people are leaving this person, and all of that. So let's take a look at what is the worst punishment that this person can receive. The worst punishment for this person, right? Everybody's different. So for your person, this is the worst punishment for this person. The things that they're most scared of, and this is the kind of punishment that they're going to receive soon. Okay, what is the punishment that this person will receive? The worst punishment that this person will be receiving. Okay, we are going to draw. No cards falling in. Okay, Four of Swords. Yep, nothing is going well. Everything is put on hold. Everything is stopped, right? Everything is just like, this is about resting. And this is like resting on a coffin as well. I mean, it's a bed, but it could be a coffin. So Four of Swords, contemplation. Everything is put on hold. Everything is static. So this is the worst punishment for this person, is nothing is going forward. Everything is being put on hold. It could be, their whole life is being put on hold. Or if they're a business person, a lot of their contracts are falling through. A lot of people are saying, you know what, we're gonna hold for a little bit. I don't know if I need to think about it. And then they just probably never, this person's probably never going to hear back from this person because they're like, oh, I'm going to think about it. A lot of times this is why if you walk into like a salesperson's like whatever, like say a car salesperson, they never let you leave that door. Even if you're like, I'm going to think about it, they don't let you out, because as soon as you walk out, the chances of you returning is, I would say 50-50, but it's probably less. So with that said, if this person, a lot of their deals or contracts, people are going to be like, I'm going to think about it. Let me think about it. And then they probably never hear back from this person. So a lot of things that they've been pushing through right now are being put on hold. Maybe they're being forced to rest. So, hey, you know what? I think you need to take a break. Go take a break. Go take a vacation. But it's kind of like an alternative way of like letting you go nicely. So like, why don't you use up all your holidays? And then right after this person comes back, it could be like, you know what? We're going to let you go. So it could be that, if it's at work. So a lot of their things are not moving forward. A lot of things are becoming static. For a relationship, this could be, if this is somebody that, mistreated you relationship wise. Sometimes I do hear like this could be like abusive, like father, mother, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. Even sisters, brothers, right? So it's just like a lot of things are not going well for this person. It's forcing this person to take a break, forcing this person to rest, forcing all of their things to be put on hold. That's the worst punishment for them. Okay, the worst punishment for them is they cannot get what they wanted, and everything is being put on hold. And so it's like kind of an endless waiting type of thing, right? I do feel like with the Four of Swords, it could also be something about health as well. So health-wise, they might have problems with their health. Okay, they might have like some crazy sickness, illness. So that could be a really harsh punishment as well. That their health is suffering somehow. And if you're watching this during COVID, it could be COVID, but it could be something else too, cancer, other things. So maybe their health isn't as good as they used to be, or like there's just things that they are being forced to rest, okay? Or they might have to go to the hospital for something like that. So that could be another message for the Four of Swords, okay? So their health is also suffering. Or major illnesses, okay? That's a really harsh punishment, I feel like. If you don't have good health, you can't really do anything at all. All right, so now let's take a look at what your advice is for pile number 3. What can you do to maybe get out of this person's control, or what kind of advice for you, pile number 3, okay? The advice for you, pile number 3. Advice for pile number 3. Okay, ooh, Queen of Swords. That's kind of interesting. So Queen of Swords is about being very decisive. It's being very cutthroat or cutting. So sometimes it could be about cruelty, but all of the Swords card could be about cruelty too. Like, so I think with this, you might want to be quite strategic with what you wanted to do. And if you are still currently under this person's control, with the Queen of Swords showing up also means that you gotta let this person go. You gotta get out. Think of a way so that you can disassociate yourself with this person, cut this person out of your life. And if you've already done it already, then good for you, because this Queen of Swords is about cutting this person out of your life. Do not contact this person anymore, even if they come back to you. Because remember, we have this, right, when they're in this like horrible like punishment phase, they could come back to you. Sometimes when you move forward, people from the past sometimes comes back to hunt you, right? Maybe the universe is like a way to like test you too, see how strong you are to not contact this person or feel bad for this person. And with this Queen of Swords is really, because it's the advice card, that means I feel like a lot of pile number 3 people, you are a softie. You feel bad a lot of the times. When you see this thing happen, you're gonna feel bad for this person and you might want to help them. And the Queen of Swords coming out is like, no, you gotta stand your ground and don't cave. Okay, don't cave. You know, for some of you also, it's that you just having a really hard time leaving this person as well. You still have feelings for them. You still maybe have something about them, right? And so Queen of Swords is like, you gotta let this person go. You gotta not associate with this person anymore. You gotta clean cut, decisive, clean cut is your advice, okay, for pile number 3. You cannot be a softie. You gotta harden yourself up. This person does not deserve you being kind-hearted to them, deserve all of your niceness, okay, all of your generosity. You gotta be cold, you gotta be strong, you gotta be kind of cruel to them, okay? You gotta be that, because otherwise you're gonna be sucked right back in, especially when they're in this phase, okay? So that's the message or the advice for you. So now let's take a look at the timeline when you will see this justice come in, okay? When will you see your justice being served? Okay, we have one card that flew out. Because it's a general reading, we are going to pick out 3 different cards for timeline. The first one is April. Oh my goodness. April, that means if you're watching this video as I upload them, we are in April right now. So this could happen. There's like 10 more days in April. So it could be happening right this month, or since we are in April, it could also mean that things has happened already. Maybe this person is in this situation right now. Okay, April. It depends on when you watch this video as well. So it could be April, could be a few April out. It could also be April from the past. For this pile, I do feel like it could have happened in the past, you know, something already happened, or it could happen sometime in the future. So it could be like a year out, maybe a year or 2 or 3 years out. Okay. But having April popping out is quite crazy because as I upload them, this video, it is in April. Okay. So now let's take a look at the second timeline is next year. So most likely it could be also April of next year, but it could be anytime. Oh, just kidding. This is not next year. This is New Year. This is New Year. So depending on where when you see this video as well again. So it's whenever the New Year, right? December 31st, January 1st. Energy, it's this New Year energy. Okay, so you might see this in the New Year, around New Year time. Okay, around New Year time. Let's take a look at the third timeline. September. Wow, you guys are really specific. I mean, quite specific, because the other piles, it's a little broader. Okay, so this is September. So depending on, again, when you see this, it could be September coming up, could be past September, could be a few Septembers out as well, but it'll happen around September-ish. Okay, so this is the timeline that you are going to see this person getting their punishment or your justice being served. And I hope you find a little bit, you know, consolation with this reading, and you feel better about this, and you know, knowing that this person will be punished for whatever they do. And yeah, if you have anything that you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel, enjoy my video, and also turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.